So I did a little bit of grinding. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Fossils and More, where, as you can see, I have grinded out a bunch of things from the Project E mod. I know I think actually like straight up the first video, or maybe the second, I said that I wouldn't, but yeah, I'm going to. I did craft this flight suit, I think it's called, yeah, gem armor. And we're basically using that now. In all fairness, if you guys want me to stop using the gem armor, just leave a comment saying that down below. I do read them. So yeah, if you wanted me to get rid of the flight armor, I will. Though I might sometimes bring it out for like builds where I have to go up and down a whole lot. Just so I don't have to like, actually, what if... You really only even need the boots. Anyhow, today we're gonna start working on the enclosure down here. Which is, I've decided is gonna be the baryonyx enclosure. So yeah, what I gotta do first is make a bit of a slope downwards. So I haven't gone into like doing like proper detail for this wall yet. I've put in the andesite and stone, but I want to have it like with the other cliff here where I put in the vertical slabs from, I think they're from the Quark mod, I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, we're gonna start. There we go, we're gonna level that down to that point, and then we dig out a whole bunch of this. So I'm gonna have a little slope that's only gonna be 5 wide here, just so I can bring the path down it. The grass blocks can be used here. Well, I'm not even sure if I had the grass blocks when I booted this up. Oh well. Then we just grab a bunch more dirt. So yeah, we're gonna just build this little slope to be this wide. I did also end up filling up everything down here. Honestly, I might just do a big long episode or cut it into 2 parts. Because I also still want to do the small exhibit and restaurant up here. That's still really is something I do want to get done. Also, I had an idea for this area to eventually become the large aquatic area. So where we're gonna be putting stuff like mosasaurs, Leopleurodon, all of that. Hello, sir. Nope. There we go. Forgot, I can just go down here and get fossils now, which is nice. I don't know if this is... Okay, it still takes a while for them to break though if I just... Yeah, okay, I do have to still sit down on the ground for it to go at a reasonable speed, but that's fine. So we can just get fossils from down here, that's nice. Because I mean, I am probably, once I do start building down here, either I'm closing off this whole trench completely, or I might incorporate it, but I'm getting rid of all these like cave parts it leads into. One of the two. Honestly, I'm thinking the latter. Partly because it might be less work, but having a giant cavern with a giant underwater ravine with a cavern going over it might be kind of cool. So that's probably the route we're going to be going with then. Yeah, we're gonna quickly fill this in, and then what we're gonna do is at the end of this slope, I'm also gonna start the fence, and then I'll just have the mesh going up here as well. Actually, now that I think of it, that might be a bad idea, because I'm not sure if the Baryonyx will be able to climb something like that. I'll have to think about that, I guess. For now, though, we're gonna continue filling up the slope. I still have yet to actually find a Panthalassa structure. Jesus Christ. The Dutch accent is showing. Bloody hell. I still haven't found a Panthalassa structure. Which, obviously, that's where a very large percentage of our marine creatures are gonna come from. Because it has like Chronosaurus, Leetzichthys, which is really cool. What I still need to at some point rename to Tylosaurs via a resource pack. Like there's gonna be a whole bunch of cool creatures down there. There's Archaeology, if I'm not mistaken, which is one of the like 3 things down there that isn't crazy murderous. Because most of the things in that sorry. Most of the things down there are not exactly friendly, so. Okay, so we're gonna grab all the... I just realized this needs to be even wider. I am not the smartest. Oh. There we go. And then we can... At least we're gonna put in the center of the pad first, anyway. Okay, smooth stone. And I've been trying to make it so I don't have to edit these videos as much. And while I was somewhat proud of that building montage when I built the house, actually making the montage wasn't particularly something I enjoyed. Because it took fucking ages. So don't expect me to do that again. I might, but if I have nothing to say in a building project really large, most of the time it'll probably get done off camera. Because I don't really... How do I put this? I'm not the type to edit videos. It's not really a thing I enjoy too much. I enjoy recording them, but especially for just like a let's play or something, you know, like what we're doing here, I feel like it's not even really necessary. So spending my time, which I mean I spent like 3 hours on that montage, which I know might not be a lot, but 3 hours into like 5 minutes of footage, that's not really something I want to be doing too often. Especially considering I'm trying to keep a weekly upload schedule going, at least for this series. So yeah, just doing that sort of thing isn't exactly feasible every time. That's why the last episode I did it in I just talked the whole time. Because I mean, for the most part, that the last episode was just a talking episode. Like, we built a road, basically. Like, we didn't even really get much done. I think we went mining. It's honestly, I don't remember that well. But yeah, that's kind of the source of like what's going on in terms of like video making. That other series I mentioned is still in production. Well, I'm not filming it yet. I'm still working on the mod pack and stuff. I want to do like a bunch of custom stuff for that. Custom recipes, custom data stuffs, like whole host of things. And I'm thinking of turning it into like a group project with some friends. Not too sure yet. No, not. There we go. Andesite and stone. There we go. Also, did I install torch? I did install the torch master mod. I'm gonna just get a few of those around. So what do I need? Diamonds. Gold. Yeah, how's that working out for you, zombie? And there we go. Can we just grab a bunch of those? And for now, I'll just pop them around randomly. I want to do one like... No, that's a creeper. That's rude. I'm gonna have one below, just like below every exhibit. Or at least next to every exhibit. I get that these things have quite a bit of range, but I'd rather not have one of my animals be blown up by a creeper or something like that. Okay. So that's a little slope done. I do want to go for, let me see, black stone. Actually, hold on. Andesite. No. Steel. Iron. Does iron have any? Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna just look up the word iron. Cast iron sheet metal. How do I make this stuff? Actually, don't I have... Do I not have this? Cast iron sheet. How do I make these? Oh, okay, that's... nothing. Basically nothing, okay. I've decided I'm using that block for this build. The one with the press. It should be it, right? So, heated iron. Oh, right, I need to fuel the thing. Boom. And that's it. All I needed. Now I should... Okay, so we're gonna put a stone cutter here. Also gonna need that, please and thank you. Boom. What? I didn't need the crushed ones. Typical me occurrence, I guess. And then gonna need one of those. Iron, there it is. Okay, so then black stone. Pretty sure I can turn these into slabs, yes. Exactly what I need them for. And then mesh, I think. Hold on, I gotta check because I have since found out about these. Yeah, chain link fence. Okay, chains. There we go. They look pretty good in my opinion, so we're using these. And we're gonna start... we'll start the fence right here. And there we go. I think this is probably... No, we're gonna make it a little longer. Why is my cap locks on? There we go. And we've already been going for like 20 minutes. It doesn't matter, I've got plenty of time today, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna dig this out further at some point anyway, so. And we put all of the cast iron blocks on here. There we go, and I'm gonna fill this in, fill in the fence with the chain link fence. I'm gonna just quickly excavate this area out. Eventually we'll do a cliff here. I would put Allosaur in here, and I mean it's more than big enough for like 1 or 2 Allosaurs as well. It's just, I want to eventually do like a bit more of a theme. Jesus. A bit more of a themed area for like the Jurassic period animals at some point. Primarily like Morrison formation stuff, you know the ordeal. So stuff like Diplodocus, Brachiosaur, Stegosaur, all of those I want to eventually have in one larger area. Which I now realize means that I probably should have waited with sorry, with making the Allosaurus, but oh well. What's done is done, I suppose. This does also mean I don't really need to make any more like entryways into exhibits because I can just fly in. Though I probably still will just to keep the builds a bit more grounded. Because I don't think what's it called? Zookeepers can afford Iron Man suits, unfortunately. As cool as that would be, I don't think that's a possibility. I'm gonna just quickly open the door in the baryonyx. Well, it's not even really a baryonyx holding pen to be specific. Can he not exit? I don't think his AI allows for that. Wait. Yeah, no, this will be more than big enough. Honestly, what I think I'm gonna do is just quickly enclose it and then just have him wander around for a bit. Just to see if the exhibit size is satisfactory. Because I'm pretty sure they can't climb in. If this trader goes in here, that's... Well, I mean, at least his llamas won't be eaten. Yeah, we'll quickly do that. There we go, okay. I'm gonna grab one of these mob capture devices. Yoink. And there we go. He's in here now. Actually, you know what? I want rid of this trader, so give me like 2 seconds. Oh. Well, that solves that issue as well. There we go. And yeah, this is more than big enough, honestly. I could have like 3 more in here and it still wouldn't look too crowded, I don't think. Though I'm not gonna have 3 more, because I don't think baryonyxes would live in huge packs like that. Also, I do now have since realized that I'm probably gonna have to build the Gallimimus as a larger exhibit at some point. Especially considering I'm probably gonna end up housing it with multiple. I find it really funny that he just can't get close to me due to the like knockback field of the gem armor. I mean, that's what we saw happen with the llamas just now, so. But yeah, that's pretty funny, I think. And yeah, that's that. We're gonna quickly drop this stuff off. In the meantime, I'm also gonna just have a look. Yeah, all of this is now finished analyzing. Well, I mean most of it anyway. That this goes back in and this stuff goes out. I can just drag my mouse across here. Boom. Okay, so all of that goes in here. We still have yet to actually create any plants. Never mind, we have. I'm gonna just put this right here. And we'll just have that growing. I'm working with an accelerated tick rate, so that shouldn't be taking too long, I don't think. Now then. And the DNA? Okay. There we go. Forgot that also has to go in there. Still missing, in terms of Terrabirds, Titanus and Forest Racus. That, and I still really want a Confuciusaurus at some point. Also, full disclosure, I cheated in the icons for this. Because I was never going to use actual dino DNA as the icons for that. So, yeah, full this. Ooh! This looks very nice. Gonna just break it down real quick. Ah, does it not? Because now it does look a little odd. Okay, well, I mean, we have that now, I guess. Honestly, the tops of these don't even look that bad on their own. Huh. We'll just leave this out here for now. We'll see what we do with it. Now then, as for this, I'm gonna just start digging holes. Because I'm going for a sort of swampy look with this exhibit. Maybe a marshland would be. No, I think swamp is accurate. Yeah, accurate description. So yeah, we're going for a sort of swampy look with this one. So basically just we're gonna have a bunch of smaller ponds. And they're all gonna be filled with water. And we're gonna have plants surrounding them. It's gonna look cool. So yeah. I gotta quickly check something, 2 seconds. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're back. I had to quickly check my Discord for something. Currently in the process of planning something with friends. Oh, back. Move, thanks. Yeah, he can chase me down only once. He is not going to be doing anything. I could turn... I'm probably gonna just completely overhaul this exhibit here at some point. Because I don't know, I might... Sorry. I might turn this into a little European area up here. Because, you know, I live in Europe and stuff, so that would be cool. And that would also connect nicely if I'm gonna have the aquarium here. Because that would be, of course, where the Mosasaurus is. And Mosasaurus, meaning moss lizard, is from the Netherlands, which is where I'm from. So that would actually connect up pretty nicely. Can you imagine if I just like build a bunch of windmills around the Mosasaur Lagoon? That'd be funny. There we go. You never can have too few holes on the ground. I don't think. I'm thinking, no, I'm probably gonna keep them all very shallow. Because I think in terms of like a swamp that would look better. I'm also gonna see if I don't already have something like that on here. If there isn't something good I can use for like water plants and for like the swamp, because I know there's like lily pads. But aside from like seagrass and kelp there, I don't think there's too much in terms of water plants. Also, I might use at some point World Edit to change some of the biomes in the exhibits, because having this be a proper swamp. Honestly, I'm thinking of turning this into a savanna biome so you get a bit more of that like brown feeling. Like, you know, those big open fields, well, I call them fields, big open marshes with like super tall grass you have in like the Everglades and stuff. I might go for something like that, or at least something somewhat similar. I think that would look the best. Again, I don't know if there's... What the hell is snowy grass, of course. I don't know, we'll see. I might get the upgrade aquatic mod on here. Because I know that mod has a bunch of like water related things, but it also has this nice looking beach dune grass, which, while not technically what I'm looking for this, could still be useful for this exhibit, could still give off the right sort of vibe. So yeah, that. Honestly, at the rate we're going, I am gonna have to turn this into 2 episodes. Because this is already a long one. We're already at... What are we at right now? 35 minutes? I don't know, if we still build the entire restaurant this episode, I don't know if we'll have that time. So, you know what, we'll finish this exhibit at least. I do want to have that done by the end of the episode. Honestly, I still think I need more water, but I want to leave some room for, like, more, I don't know what you call it, terrestrial foliage? I guess would be the word. This goofy goober. Yeah, hi sir, can you get out of the pond? I'm trying to... If I just lead him, like, can you come with me? Thank you, and whoop. Problem solved. Yeah, I think that's plenty of water for this. Hold up. No, there's one little bit here. There we go. I had to have that fixed. In terms of trees, sapling, we're gonna go a mix of oak and acacia. I want to start doing some terrain elevation, so just to make the place look a little more natural. Because like most like zoo exhibits aren't just entirely flat, they usually have some sort of hills inside of them. You know, like they're never entirely flat. So we're just gonna 3 stacks of dirt. Yep, sir, you're gonna have to come with me again. Yeah, he's a pretty fast swimmer, damn. And up. Yeah, they're really easy to just kite away, I guess. So that's pretty funny. I also think I'm gonna put a few more baryonyxes in a moment. So, yeah. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. So I want to do mostly acacias, though I don't want to do any trees too close to the cliff edge. Because like if they're standing down here, you already aren't gonna see them. Which is something I want to avoid for the exhibit at large. So we just put a few... Oop, missed me. Few oaks around. That should be enough, yeah. Again, this isn't gonna be a super forested exhibit. We're gonna see if I can't get like some dune grass in. Just don't think that's really a thing in this game, honestly. Like a more brown, yellowy looking grass type. Those are leaves. That's from the chipped mod. Fossils and Archaeology doesn't have what I'm looking for in this case either. Yeah, it looks like. Heavily looks like. I mean, I might be able to use some of that. I don't know if we even can place wild flags, honestly. Doesn't look like this game has what I'm looking for. Also, if you're wondering what that BC thing was, I used that for a thumbnail at some point. Or at least I wanted to, but it didn't work, or at least I couldn't get it to. So, yeah, and I just never took it out. Because I'm lazy. I'm lazy as hell. Honestly, I still think, especially this corner, is still too closed off. So we're gonna quickly... Honestly, I think I'm getting rid of the oak trees. They don't really fit this place in hindsight. I'm gonna maybe add one more acacia, but that will be it. Here we go. Yeah, this looks better. Okay, what I'm gonna do for now then is just grab bone meal. Do I have... Don't have lily pads. Do I know of a swamp biome around here? Whoa. There, now I do. Swamp start search. And it's a little ways this way, which we can get to in pretty much no time whatsoever. It's honestly pretty cool flying across the lands like this. There's the volcanic area with the waystone. And now I realize that I could have actually teleported up to this point. Can I get that, please, game? Thank you. Dunk. So I'm gonna guess that it'll be behind the desert here. Yep, here we are. What I'm also gonna do is grab shears. See if I can't grab like a dead bush. Yeah, there we go. Anything else swampy that I need from this joint? And vines, so we don't need more of those. Yeah, there really isn't much in the swamps. I don't know, I'm considering adding biomes aplenty. Just so, like, at least in the unrendered chunks, which I mean we've already explored quite a ways. So what I do is I just explore a little more around the base. Like that, because that's the area we'll be building in. So around there I'll explore a little more, but I think I might just install the Biomes of Plenty mod in order to really to just get the... What was I gonna say? Jesus Christ, cactuses. Grab the waystone over here. Really just so we can... Why am I having trouble thinking? So there's more biomes and more... Not necessarily more biomes, that's not really the point, but more items we can use in builds. So we have more of that. I'll come back here in a second. We'll just head to the base. This thing is really useful for just traveling around. And there we are. Okay. Lily pads, we're gonna just grab a few of. Honestly, I think I might hang some. It does something weird with shadows in the water, but whatever. There we go. That looks plenty good. Where is my dinosaur? Game? Where is my goddamn baryonyx? Huh? One moment it's in here and the other it's gone? What the hell? Like, it's not on the mini-map, I'd have seen it by now. What? Okay, well this is all sorts of confusing. I guess I'll need to hatch a few new ones for the thumbnail. I am genuinely baffled. I'm gonna put a feeder in, I get that they don't need it. But I'm putting it in for consistency's sakes anyway. Okay, well I guess, I mean that's kind of it for this episode. Not much else to do. Well, I mean the restaurant, but I think the restaurant I'll do off camera and then the little exhibit next to it might be like a subsection of the next episode, and we'll do a bit of road work as well. So yeah, that will be all for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And without further ado, until next time, goodbye.